welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing extremely well. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to try and teach you the solo to Killed by Death by Mötorhead. Now this is a pretty neat solo. This was, if I'm not mistaken, off of the No Remorse album, which came out just after a lineup change. I think it was the introduction for Phil Campbell and Wurzel to the band. And anyway, a lot of it was just old rehash classics, but on that album were a couple gems, and this song, Killed by Death, was one of those tunes. This solo is definitely a Wurzel solo. You can tell the difference between the two players. Very distinct, very interesting sound, curious use of wah pedal, lots of distortion. Probably, in my opinion, the best solo he's got with Mötorhead. And yeah, oddly enough, there's not a lot of information about the solo. There's not a lot of really good videos out there with, clear images of Wurzel playing, so yeah, I'm going to try and explain what's going on in the solo and teach you how to play it. So bear with me, this could get sloppy. Alright, so when you're playing, there's just a couple things to keep in mind. This is in standard tune. This is the version that was on No Remorse, so the studio quality, not live version. Mötorhead, when they did play this live, always played it down half a step. So if you are playing along, just keep that in mind. If you're watching a live version on YouTube or something playing to that, you will be off by half a step, so adjust accordingly. Also, just a few things to mention about this. As we're playing this, the solo itself is drenched in distortion and wah. So, I mean, before you get into this, if you're wondering why this doesn't quite sound right and you've put in all the effort, get yourself a dirt pedal like a Rat or something and a wah pedal. This is going to be necessary to nail that Wurzel tone. Alright, so for teaching purposes, we're going to break this thing down into sections just to make this a little bit easier. So here comes the first section. Alright, section 1. Okay, so to play this, what I need you to do, jump on your G string, jump all the way back here to the 4th fret, play that, and pull it up, or bend up, a full step. So we're going to go from here to here, but bending. Like that. Once you get it up a full step, tap, same string that's bent, on the 12th fret, release, and then release the bend slowly. And then once you've released the bend all the way down to there, pull off to the 2. Okay, so this is what we got so far. Just like that. So once you've released that down to the 2, what I need you to do is play the 4th fret on the D string once, then play on the G string again, play the 2nd and the 4th. Alright, so once you've gotten all the way down to here and you've played it there, I need you to play the 4th fret on the G string one more time, but this time do it as a pinch harmonic and put another quick bend on it, full step bend, like that. And then pull back off to the 2. Okay, so that's what we got so far. Okay. All right, now that you've got that far, what I need you to do is pick and play the 4th fret on the G string, but slide that up a full step to the 6th fret. Now using these two, using your index finger, what I would recommend is you play the B string 4th, and then play the B string 5th. That's what we got so far. Okay, now once you've gotten up that far, all we're going to do here is a trill, like that. Now this is where you're going to use your wah pedal. And all I'm doing is I'm just, playing the 5th fret on the B string, 7th fret on the B string, and I'm just hammering on and pulling off really quickly. That's all Wurzel's doing in the solo. So do this, use your wah pedal. And once you've done that, slide up to the 7th fret, pinch harmonic with vibrato. And that's how the section ends. Now, let's do this all together up to this point, just so you can see what that looks like. Okay, now, that's a bit of an awkward movement. I watched a bunch of videos. This is what where Wurzel's playing it, is up here. You could also just bend into that and leave it as bend vibrato, which might be easier, like that. That also works. All right, so for the second section, what I need you to do is jump all the way up here onto the G string, the 16th fret, do a full step bend on that, like so. Then jump onto the B string on the 14th fret, and you're gonna pick that and go in another trill, kind of like what we did back in section 1. But this time you're gonna be trilling from 14 on the B all the way up here to the 17. Okay, so this is what we got so far. Like that. Do that for a little bit, listen to the song, and you'll get the timing just right on that. Then what you should do when you finish off with your trill is pick the 14th fret again on the B, and then pick the 17th fret on the B and put a bunch of vibrato on it, maybe a pinch harmonic if you like. So here's what we have so far. Okay, now after that, jump back to the 14th fret on the B string, pick that one more time. And then, now I need you to jump onto the high E string and play the 17. And same thing, pick that, put some vibrato on it. Okay, and that's all of section 2. So all together it looks like this. Okay, good. All right, so now we're into section 3. Here's section 3. Okay, so what he's doing here is essentially he's starting off this run by playing the 9th fret on the B string twice, like so. Jump onto the 7th fret on the high E string, play that once, play the 9th once, play the 11th once, come back down to the 9th. That's the first piece of the phrase. So here's what we have so far. Okay, you got that? Good. This is where it gets really cheeky. From this position, what he seems to do a finger roll back to the 9 on the B string. So once we get back here, we're gonna play that twice again. Just like that. Now what he does is he jumps back up here onto the 11th fret on the high E string, and he runs down that same pattern again. We're gonna be doing 11, 9, 7, and then we jump onto the B string, and he's also gonna be playing 11, 9 on the B, 7 on the B, and then this is where the phrase is gonna end, is he's gonna jump onto the G string, play that on 9, but after he plays it once, he's gonna play it again and bend it up a full step with lots of vibrato. So after you've gotten here and played that once, play that 9th fret G string again, bend up a full step, lots of vibrato. All right, so all together, it looks like this. Okay, so that's all of section 3. So here's what section 4 is gonna look like. With me? Okay, good. So I'm basically just sliding on the G string all the way up here to the 14th fret. So once you've slid into that and played it like that, now what I need you to do is pick it 3 times. So it'll sound like this. All right, and then from there, jump onto the B string on the 13th fret, play that once. Then jump on to the 15th fret, play that and put some vibrato on it. So here's what we have so far. Okay, all right, so now once you get to that point, so you do a full step bend on the B string, like that. So once you get to the top of this bend, what I need you to do is release that, play the 15 again, play the 13, play the G string on the 14th fret, and then after you've played that, play the 12th fret G string and put a bunch of vibrato on that. And that's the end of the phrase. So all together it looks like this. Got it? Good. All right, so section 5. Section 5 looks like this. All right, so what am I playing here? Basically what I need you to do is jump on your G string. You're gonna slide all the way up here to 16 on the G. Then we're gonna do another trill section, so you're gonna be playing this time the 15th fret and the 17th fret on the B string, and you're just gonna trill on those for a little while, so it'll be like this. And once you finish up the trill, this is where things get a little bit cheeky. This is, well, another spot where things get cheeky. This is a really weird thing that Wurzel plays. Basically what he does is after this trill, he plays the 16th fret on the G string again, like so. And then he uses his pinky or maybe his ring finger and he grabs way up here, the 21st fret on the G string with a bunch of vibrato and lots of wah. And then goes back to the 16th fret on the G string and then plays the 16th fret on the E string. And that ends that portion of the phrase. So it looks like this. Now that's a really awkward, really hard thing to play. I'm 99% certain that's what he's doing. If you watch the videos of him playing this in the music video for No Remorse, you can see his hand clearly going way up there to hit that note. I find that strange because as you play this, like that, that's the note right there. This note, it's the same note. Instead of jumping all the way up there to that really high E, what you could do is just play the 17th fret on the B string, which is also an E. So you could do it like this alternatively. A little bit easier, you're not doing the weird wacky stretches, but it's not exactly what Wurzel's doing. But if that's really giving you a hard time, try this instead. It'll work, it'll sound fine, no one will know. All right, so all together. All right, so now we're at the bend section. Basically what Wurzel's going to do is he's going to be doing full step bends on the B string, on the 17th fret. I had to look and check that one. And they're going to be slow bends, and he does this 4 times. Like so. You'll notice the second time I did that bend, I put vibrato on it. If you listen to the recording, Wurzel puts a ton of vibrato on that one for some reason, and not the others. So listen closely, play along, you'll get it. But it'll sound like this. All right, now after you've done the 4th bend, now you're going to be tapping on the 19th of that string. So it sounds like this. With me? Good. All right, now this part on the song, the next phrase here, is covered in distortion and wah and really hard to pick up the notes, but here's what I think Wurzel's playing. And that's the final section. All right, so what am I playing here? Basically, when you get to your tap, release the tap, release the bend, pull off back to the 14th fret on the B string. Then from there, you're going to pick that and hammer on pull off again. So pick 14, hammer on to 17, pull off, wait for a quick little pause. And then what you're going to be doing is this compound bend here. So you're going to play the 16th fret on the G string and the 17th fret on the B string together. But as you do that, you're going to be bending the G string up a whole step. Like that. Release the bend, pull off from the G string here with your middle finger back to the 14th fret on the G. So this is what we got all together up to that point. All right, then from there, what I want you to do is grab the D string on the 16th fret, play that once, and then play the 14th fret on the G string. And that's kind of the end of the first piece of that. Now once you've gotten that far, after that, all that happens is you're going to be playing on the G string 16 to 14 as a pull-off once, and then you're going to be doing the same thing on the D string, so 16 to 14 as a pull-off, but do it 2 or 3 times. Whatever feels good. And then grab right there on the A string 16th fret, and that finishes the phrase. You can also grab that down here if you like, just on the 11 on the D string if that feels more comfortable. Whatever works. Honestly, this section, there's a lot of distortion going on and a lot of wah noises. It's really hard to make out exactly what he's playing here, so you can play around with this a bit and see what sounds good. Just make sure you play up until that tap part nice and cleanly, because that's the important piece. Okay, so this whole section together will look something kind of like this. All right, so there you go. That's the entire solo to Killed by Death from Motorhead. One of my favorite tunes. It's a bit of a tricky one to play, but it sounds really neat. Yeah, if you like the content here and found this useful, make sure you hit like and subscribe. I'll try and keep more stuff like this coming your way. And until next time, just keep on treading and we'll talk soon. Bye for now. Dip. Dip. Dip.